There's a young man with you in the ring whilst you're on the pads today, shadow boxing around the ring, copying your routine. Who is that? Was he related to yourself?
Yeah, it's my son. He's actually right here with me. But that's the next generation of the line of Benavidez champions. Like I said, I've been grateful. I've been fortunate enough to have a great father to teach me a lot of boxing. So I want to pass down that knowledge to my son and into my grandkids and for the next generation.
How much does he inspire you, and how special is it for him to be there with you whilst you're on the pads and he's doing the shadow boxing himself and doing the combinations that you're doing?
It inspires me a lot, man. It gives me that extra motivation I need to keep working hard. Because at the end of the day, it's not only I'm not only fighting for myself now. I'm fighting for my family, my kids, and my wife. And yeah, bro, it gives me a lot of motivation. And definitely, I definitely do want him to see so he could, learn. And when it's his time to do the same thing, that he's gonna be 100% ready to go.
Talking about the last couple of meetings you've had with David Morrell, there's been a bit of mind games, a bit of mental warfare, has been the words used. Talk to me about that, a bit of pushing and shoving, a bit of trash talking, the build up to this fight. Are you enjoying it?
Yeah, I'm definitely enjoying it, bro. Like I said, we've been this is my fourth pay-per-view. Very excited. I'm getting more accustomed to this. Now that I kind of see the business side of things, this is kind of what you need to sell a fight. And the best thing about this is that it's not scripted. I really don't like him. He doesn't like me. And but like at the end of the day, like I said, people want to see this drama. They want to see, two fighters heating up, going at it, and this is exactly what's happening. And yeah, it's gonna be a great show, bro. It's gonna be a great show, and I've been waiting for this for a long, long time. And now that I'm here in this moment, I'm gonna take full advantage of it.
It's a fight that, neither of you had to take so soon after you move up to 175. It shows that you're both obviously fighters who are fighting men. Tell me why you decided to fight David Morrell. This is like I say, a fight that you didn't have to take, but you have done.
Well, for me, I had to take this fight. For me, I kind of know what I need to do to become the fighter that I always dreamt about being. And to be a great, you have to take these challenges, not because you have to, but because you want to. That's what makes the difference between me and everybody else. I want a big challenge. I want hard fights. I want to go in there and me having to pull everything out to show the fighters, show the fans who I am. I fight with tremendous heart. And I think it's apparent that people see that, you know what I mean? And I want the best fighters. And I want, by the time I'm finished with my career, I want there to be no question that David Benavidez was the greatest fighter of his generation.
I mean, your resume certainly reflects that. You got Caleb, Demetrius, Alexander, and now David, and you lost, three fights in your full fight consecutively. No easy fights at all there. Just talk me through your mentality, the fighter's mindset you've got.
Yeah, so like I said, bro, I've been sit down, get down. Sorry.
That's right.
Like I said, me and my mentality, I want every fight to be bigger than the last. And that's exactly what I've been doing. And like I said, I think not only does it show the fans I'm the best, but it also sends a message to all the other fighters that if they're thinking about calling me out, they better think twice because I'm here and I'm taking over the sport.
David Morell, obviously Cuban, comes from that schooling of boxing background there. Do you expect to try and outbox you? And if he does try that, does that play into your hands?
Yeah, I definitely do think he's going to use his boxing capabilities to try to outbox me. But at the end of the day, this is not an amateur fight. We're not. This is not point system. It's apparent that when I go in there, I try to hurt my fighters as much as possible, and that's just the way it's always been. He can win 2, 3, 4 rounds, but that second half of the fight, that's where I'm going to show what level I'm at.
Do you feel your experience will play a big part in this fight?
Yeah, I definitely do think my experience played a big part. Like I said, I've been professional 11 years. This is my this is my fourth fight where I'm fight on a big stage. You know what I mean? So definitely, it's I kind of know how to work it now, and yeah, man, I definitely do think my experience is going to play a big role, and not only my experience, but also it's my fighting spirit. I think it's very apparent that my fighting spirit is second to none. And that's definitely what I'm going to show come February 1st.
I think there's no doubt that you are the biggest name on his resume. Do you feel he's bitten off more than he can chew?
Yeah, I definitely do feel like that. But like I said, when you ask for stuff, you better be 100% ready because David Benavidez is going to be there to give you exactly what you're looking for.
It's not to say that Moreau's a bad fighter. He's a good fighter in his own right, a unique challenge for yourself. In what ways does he differ from your previous opponents?
Well, he's taller. He's a bigger guy. He has long arms, and he has he moves around a lot, pretty good. But like at the end of the day, like I said, I've been through this my whole career. Even when I was 14 years old, sparring the great Gennady Golovkin, Kelly Pavlik, all these world champions. They prepared me for this moment here. You know, at the end of the day, what I know about myself is that when I get a great fighter in front of me, even better, David Benavidez comes out.
Morell was quoted saying, "This is the moment I've been waiting for. It's the fight that changes everything." What I want to know is, how does this fight your career change your career? Sorry.
This definitely it's gonna show everybody why I'm gonna be the next face of boxing, and it's gonna show why I'm gonna be, the most devastating fighter in boxing because I go up there and I don't duck nobody, and I take every challenge, and I will show everybody why I'm the Mexican monster.
You mentioned the face of boxing. Obviously, we've got the likes of Usyk, Tyson Fury, Canelo, all sort of in towards the mid to late 30s, coming towards, you'd imagine, retirement. For yourself, do you feel that is part of your legacy, becoming the face of boxing next?
Yeah, I definitely do feel like it. You know what I mean? The thing about boxing is that you need a lot of patience. You know, Terrence Crawford went through the same thing. You know, he was boxing and he didn't really become a star until he was like 28, 29. So I've been put all the legwork in. You know what I mean? Now it's time to really excel in that area and take the biggest challenges possible and win as much belts as I can.
You beat Morrell. You faced the winner of Beterbiev, Bivol. You've obviously desired the Canelo fight for so long at super middleweight. You've moved up because you didn't get that fight, and now it almost immediately you're going to get the biggest fight, undisputed fight coming up. How big is this incentive for you, and how not difficult, but how much is it important for you to not look past this fight to that one?
Now, like I said, I take my career one one fight at a time. Excuse me. I take my career one fight at a time, and like I said, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there with Bivol or Beterbiev, and um, like I said, I'm gonna be one of the greatest of my time. So by the time this other fight gets here, we're gonna be 100% ready to take those titles.
And we spoke today already how you want the hardest fights out of Beterbiev and Bivol. Who gives you the harder fight and why?
To be honest with you, I don't know. I'm sorry, I don't think I have something in my throat.
You're okay.
I think both these guys, they're tremendous fighters, both of them. I'd have to be 100% ready to go against either of the guys, but I have confidence in myself that I'll beat both of them.
Who do you think wins out of that fight between the two? Just finally.
To be honest with you, I thought Bivol won the first fight. So if it's the same fight that plays out, I think Bivol wins again.
Fantastic, David. Thank you very much for your time. Best of luck.
Okay.